I have to wait for you, Michael, a lot.
Sorry for having my mic off. 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗚, GG.
I was talking to you, man.
Yeah. I had my mic off all the time. I think you're still a bit too quiet. No, it's raining for a lot of the race. Okay.
We have a trouble here.
Yes. We have
To put
many
soft
troubles.
and
We have many troubles with this weather.
oof.
But we should just use the setup to go as fast as possible.
Yeah, news 7.
P5 and P6, not bad. Let's see what we can do in in the race.
Don't fight each other.
Yeah, but can't wait for the pit stops. Gonna lose 10 seconds each. Oh, we're gonna lose so much time in the pit stop, man. I think there's formation lap. Yes, there is. See, the thing is, first of all, both me and Alvaro have to pit the same lap, pretty much, with this weather. And second of all, if we pit behind another car, which everyone will pit at the same lap, it's just gonna be a complete lottery in the pit stops. Like, it doesn't even matter where you qualified. Just need to do our best, I guess, in these conditions and lead the field somehow on the pit stops. Warm the brakes. Let's go, boys. It's race time. Let's get our head down and get a 2-car points finish for the first time this season. It would be amazing.
ETA on this rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there. Heavy rain will pass in 5 minutes and will be replaced by light rain conditions. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
I'll stay behind.
Quicker than them.
Yeah, I have Yoni very close to me.
chance of this rain. Inters seem like the fastest tyre for now. Copy. Up to a faster engine mode, please, where 2 laps over target on fuel. I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being. It looks like we'll be running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly. Okay, the weather's certainly eased off for the time being, but we've still got a lot of standing water out there. We're happy for you to stay out on the inters for now. track is drying, but it's going to take a while to clear the standing water off the line. Don't start thinking about slicks just yet. Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon. Okay, looks like some of those puddles are clearing. We're still on the right tyre for the time being, but we're not a million miles away from slick conditions. I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a while longer. It's not a perfect situation, but I don't think we have cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
When you're pitting,
The tyre situation is an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with
I'm staying out.
now. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Fuel management has been superb all race. Keep it up. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Please don't get held. Oh, we're gonna get held, aren't we?
Exit now.
Come on, man.
Complete. Go now.
Fuck, man.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 1 lap old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 32.9. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
GG, man.
Yes, me too.
Nice. Oh, I got the fastest lap. I got held a little bit, but GG.
Oh, Lucas started earlier. What the fuck?
Fell back at the start, but had great pace when those two were battling. So, I can't believe that just happened.
That race in commentary, I can tell you, felt about.
Yeah, could have been up there without the incidents. Just unlucky again.
Yeah,
Get him
because George
next
wasn't
time.
pulling away when we were doing all that fighting, and once I got by Antonio.
Absolutely superb stuff from him to stay
I still don't know
calm.
why Charles
Dealt
went
with
for
Ferrari
the hards
brilliantly.
actually.
So many battles. Tom, how
I
about
think
that?
he was the only one.
Unbelievable scenes. I took taking. Where do you start to analyze a race like that? Well, you have to say 𝗥𝗢𝗡𝗦𝗧𝗟𝗏 and
Everyone got penalties.
that's obviously sort of cheering how good of a drive it was.
Absolutely epic. I mean, honestly, I've been holding my breath for the last 36 laps. It's astonishing.
All right,
stuff.
I'm gonna go
Only we could see that
go
many
train now.
overtakes for P1 and P2 in the
All
real
right.
thing.
go burn off some steam. Let me get back to the lobby.
They were so focused on this. I'd love to hear from them because I know that this will have meant a lot. And great to see a William. Come on. But ultimately, redemption for 𝗥𝗢𝗡𝗦𝗧𝗟𝗏 after that absolute heartbreak at the end of last year.
And it was brilliant. It was a moment where 𝗪𝗓𝗕𝗏 me, because is there any way we can get the screen to show 𝗟𝗪𝗘𝗥 and 𝗥𝗢𝗡𝗦𝗧𝗏? I was like, I don't know, I'll ask everybody. We did our best.
67, by the way. I'm going for 67 exchanges for the front spot.
For
If
back and
anyone
forth.
has got a stat saying otherwise, please do let us know.
I'll definitely be rewatching
Oh,
it
this is
again,
gonna
because
take a
that was
while.
epic. And the
So many
battle
people are
of,
still
𝗬𝗏𝗏
loading.
and
Might
Ben
just
Stokes,
quit
Ben
F1.
Stokes getting out on
Big
top.
game
But,
here.
But brilliant. Listen, he's a World Rally champion.
Oh, we're back.
Listen, let's chat to 𝗬𝗪𝗘𝗏, who's with us right now. How did you find that race?
Oh, I'm knackered. I'm knackered. I'm knackered.
Okie doke.
Everything. I start to understand what they do, but I'm still losing time, and it's incredible.
All right, see you, man. Thanks again for the help. Wait, see you
mate.
soon.
Yeah, see ya.
Take care.
You too. Alright guys, that's it for today. Gonna end the stream there. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.